Hello friends, today I'll show you how to take these simple ingredients to create a delicious dish of cabbage and tomatoes which can be eaten for breakfast or as a side dish. If you are interested in a breakfast feast, I'm also sharing 2 bonus recipes, so make sure you watch till the end. First we'll prepare the cabbage. I've already peeled off the tough outer leaves. Next I'll cut off the stem and then I'll cut it in half. Make sure you remove the center stem as well. And once we're done chopping, we'll rinse the cabbage very well. I'll also continue to remove any thick stems that may be very difficult to chew. This hot pepper was so spicy. This is the reason I had to create a feast this morning, because I was concerned that the cabbage would be too hot for my husband. But he ended up eating the spicy cabbage anyway and everything else. Let's talk about optional ingredients. If you have a scallion, you can chop that into small pieces, and you can also add a grated carrot. If you love salted codfish or saltfish, you can use that as well. You can soak it overnight, or to hasten the process, I usually rinse it and boil it for a couple of minutes and then drain it. Today I'm not going to add it to the cabbage, and as you will see later, I'm going to create a separate side dish using the salted codfish. This is the very same way you would prep it if you were going to add it to the cabbage. It's important to squeeze out all the water or liquid from the salted fish. Now that we are done with the prep work, let's start cooking. Once the oil is hot, we'll add the onion, garlic, tomatoes, and the carrot if you're using. And we'll cook for about 3 to 5 minutes until all these start to break down and the onion is translucent. If you wish to use salted codfish or saltfish in this dish, cook it in the hot oil until it's golden brown, and then you would continue with this step, adding the onion, tomatoes, garlic, and hot pepper. Keep stirring to combine all the flavors. As I always say, stirring is the secret. Now we'll add the cabbage to the pot, and my dear friends, I recommend that you use a bigger pot than what you see I'm using here. This is really unnecessary drama you don't need in your life. Let me know below if you've found yourself in a similar situation. Next, I'll add some salt to hasten the cabbage cooking process. It will help wilt it much quicker, and the cabbage will be more manageable to handle. Cover the pot, reduce the heat to low, and allow it to steam for a couple of minutes. We'll keep it covered for the first 5 minutes or until the cabbage really wilts. While that's cooking, I'll get my ingredients ready for my fried bake. If you haven't checked out that recipe yet, go to cookingwithria.com or on YouTube for the ingredients and instructions. We'll leave the cover off after 5 minutes and just allow all of that liquid to evaporate and give it a good stir. Check for salt and then you're done. Keep in mind that it continues to cook even after you take the stove off, so you really don't want to overcook it. If that's enough work for you, my friends, you could enjoy it with some soft toasty roti or fried bake. But if you want more, stick around. I'm going to teach you how to make simple salted fish dish and some fried fish to complete this meal and create a feast. Next, I'm going to add some oil to a cast iron pan and add the salted fish and cook until it's nice and golden brown. It's important to add it in a single layer and not to crowd it too much, so I'm going to do this in 2 batches. Once it's nice and crisp and crunchy, you can move it to a bowl. Then I'll add the second set and allow it to cook halfway. I'm not going to allow this one to get too crunchy. Listen for the crunch, my friends. Next, I'll add the onions, garlic, hot pepper, and scallions. And if you're not an onion lover like I am, you can certainly add bell peppers, red or yellow bell peppers, and julienne carrots. So that's a whole other recipe we can eat with boiled ground provisions or dumplings. I really love the slight saltiness of the codfish. It's not too salty. And I also love the sweetness of the onions. It's a great balance. And that's it, my friends. Very similar to a buljol, but cooked. I am very excited to eat it with fried bake. I can't wait. Now let's move on to the fried fish. Now is a really good time to knead the flour for the fried bake if you're making. I'm going to take almost a pound of this red snapper I got in the frozen section at BJ's. Then I'll slice it into small pieces, rinse it quickly, and season it with bandania, garlic, hot pepper and salt. Let it marinate for a couple of minutes and then I'll fry it. And you can certainly do this with a spoon, but I'm thinking that's one less thing for me to wash this morning. And this is the very same way you would fry the fish, like the fish I added in the stewed fish recipe. If you haven't seen that as well, check it out. Before you even start this process of flouring the fish, add oil to a frying pan and place it over medium heat. Once that oil is hot, we'll add the fish and start the frying process. Place the fish gently into the oil. Don't fling the fish in the oil and allow it to fry until it's golden brown, and then we'll flip it. It only took about 2 minutes for the fish to fry on one side, and this is the beauty of using fish fillet. Now it's time to fry the bake and finish up this meal because I'm really starving right now. I'm going to make the loyas and let it rest for a couple of minutes, and then we'll roll it out and fry it. And if you're really good at multitasking, this could be done while the fish is frying. And now it's time to eat. If you're in a hurry, you can certainly make a sandwich and have it on the go, but I would prefer if you could sit down with me and have a relaxing, delicious breakfast feast with a nice hot cup of tea. And that's it, my friends, another Saturday's breakfast with my family. I hope you're enjoying my videos. If you are, please leave a nice comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, have a great week. Bye bye.